Type 2 diabetes is a major global problem, and it's fueled by the obesity epidemic, so it's essential that we fix both of them soon. My name is Ashcroft, and I'm Professor of Physiology at the University of Oxford, and I'm very interested in understanding how our blood sugar level is controlled and what goes wrong with this process in type 2 diabetes. And I'm also quite interested in understanding why people get fat. Many years ago, I discovered one tiny piece in the jigsaw puzzle of how a rise in your blood sugar causes the release of the hormone insulin. And I think it was probably the most exciting thing in my life. Being the first to discover something new is always an extraordinary experience. It all happened because when I went first to Oxford, I decided that I wanted to do something different to what I had done with other people beforehand. I wanted my own project, and I had to have something in which electrical signals were involved, and I knew that was true of the cells that released insulin. I've always been interested in how electrical signals regulate everything that we see and do, and how the proteins which are responsible for these electrical signals actually work. And they're known as ion channels, and to my mind they are the spark of life. We now know that these electrical signals are due to the activity of a class of membrane proteins known as ion channels. And most people have never heard of them, but they're incredibly important because they govern everything that we think and do, from your ability to hear and see me now, down to your ability to feel pain, and interestingly, also the release of insulin from the cells in the pancreas. Many years ago, I showed that an ion channel was involved in regulating insulin secretion. What I'd really like to do now is see what it looks like. We want the atomic structure of that channel. It's very difficult, but I'm hoping to find it. And I'm also hoping to understand a bit more about type 2 diabetes, because this is a huge problem that's still not solved. Diabetes is a big problem. 336 million people worldwide have type 2 diabetes, and the number is escalating daily. It causes all sorts of complications, such as increasing your risk of blindness, of heart disease, of losing your limbs to amputation because of poor circulation. And it's frighteningly expensive. It costs the National Health Service £1 million an hour. So this is something we can't afford. That's about 10% of the healthcare budget. So we really need to try to understand what happens in type 2 diabetes and put it right. What we know is that the recent rise in diabetes is fueled by the obesity epidemic. So this is something which seriously concerns me. We need to find ways of persuading people not to eat quite so much. And this is a political issue and may well become more so in the future, given that we're not going to be able to afford it.